And also, to be honest, as soon as I saw like these windy conditions, I thought I don't want to be the one who has to kick the ball.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah.
When the ball goes, like 50 foot in the air, you go just out, get it out.
Yeah, just kick it out, kick it out. Yeah. You did one or two though, didn't you?
I did, yeah. But it's definitely a confident shot though.
Tom, let's do a podcast now. We're in beautiful Algarve, Portugal.
Let's talk about the weather.
Talk about the weather. It is beautiful weather. This episode we'll talk about the holiday that we've just finished with Femme. So we ran a paddle school holiday with the Femme group, which was a lot of fun. We'll talk about the exhibition match that we played yesterday. Yeah. And we played against faster players, tennis style players, and what we did to beat them and what players should do to beat tennis players. And then really following up with what's going on in the world of the paddle school and what we're up to in this next week.
Yeah. Well, should we start with the holiday, which is here at the campus in Portugal. Absolute amazing setting. You can see, well, for all of those that are watching the video of this, you can see like the courts behind us. But if you're listening to this, then just imagine a beautiful sunny club. We've got paddle courts, tennis courts, and it was a fantastic trip, wasn't it?
It was really, and it was set up really nicely by our team with the lunch just next to the courts, and then we would have the hotel, which is less than a 5-minute drive, and 2 sessions, 1 session in the morning for 2 hours, 1 session in the afternoon for 2 hours. And like with a lot of these trips, we always say that we love it when it's the same group and we get them for a period of days. And this time I think we were extra lucky. Like, it was a really nice group. I mean, we often get nice groups, but it was a really close group, so most of them knew each other, and those that didn't were immediately kind of welcomed into the group. And it was a lot of fun. We did a lot of the meals, the lunch dinners and things outside of the court time, and it was just a really pleasant group, wasn't it? I really enjoyed it.
Well, it was with the Femme, wasn't it? So a ladies community. It's a global community now. It was with the Femme Open in the UK, but it was a ladies holiday, and like you said, it was so much fun. And the Femme really is just a fantastic community, isn't it? So welcoming. Such a welcoming community, and we a lot of the group actually knew each other, and there were some that didn't know each other, and it was really nice because that sometimes can be a bit daunting for people, but it's just such a welcoming community. And I just loved the trip with the Femme, and it was fun.
It was good because one or two of the players were quite new. Like they'd only taken it up relatively recently, and others had been on 3 or 4 of our clinics in the past. And it's great. I love watching the transformation over there. We've just finished with a match play. We always try and finish with something competitive at the end, a little bit of prizes, things like that. And it's great to see them employing the tactics and the things that we talk about during the week. At the beginning of the week, there's quite a lot to do, I think, in terms of technique and tactics. And as we go, it feels quite unnatural for people to try and change it straight away. And this is why I prefer 3.5-4 days over a 90-minute or 2-hour session, because if the first day is almost about informing them and telling them what they should be, and then the next stage is then them putting it into their game and forming it within their game, and that way they can actually bring it in, and they did it really, really well at the end. I was a proud coach by the end.
No, I agree. I think the match play at the end is night and day, isn't it, between day 1 and day 4, where you watch the matches at the end and they're structuring the points well, they're making the right decisions. A lot of them have come from tennis, so they come naturally playing with a lot of speed, trying to win points from the back of the court by playing too fast. And by day 4, they're actually structuring points like paddle points, and they're looking more like paddle players. And it's just really nice to see. And it's the same with our previous holiday in Ibiza, that the difference from day 1 to day 4 is awesome. Like, for a coach to see that transformation is like the best feeling, and what a place to do it in. Can't really get better
exactly,
than this.
And we talk about weather. I mean, it's raining at the moment in the UK, and we're out here enjoying the sun. But I think the other thing I'd mention with them is the calmness. We're always saying, right, stay at the back, be patient, choose the right ball to come in. That was one of the main themes, and with the right technique, they had that calmness about them at the end there, where they understood that what they should be working on. I think if we picked out a few themes from this week in terms of tactics and technique, another tactic was this idea of volleying down the middle. Most from tennis are volleying cross and cross and cross, and and trying to hit around their opponents, and it was great. I mean, we obviously repeated it quite regularly, but it's, you know, this first volley down that middle, and then once you go to a corner again, go back down that middle, and you want to reset and, you know, create space on the opponent's court, hit that volley down the middle. And it's such an important part of the game that newer players and recreational players don't do that often.
Yeah, well, when we first met with the group on day one, we asked everyone what were the themes that they wanted to work on, and court positioning, strategy, using the glass, and that volley down the middle is so important, isn't it? Because it gets the opponents to come together in the middle of the court, it opens the space up, and it's just such a solid tactical move, isn't it, to play that volley down the middle. And it all links together with the structure of a point, doesn't it? You play that volley down the middle, you open the spaces to the side, you then play into the corner if you can, and as opposed to, like you say, a lot of players come to the court and it's, you know, hitting balls, you know, cross court down the line, you know, there's no real structure to their points. But it's really nice to see that that was one theme that came out. I think another theme was defending from the back. So again, this idea that from the back of the court you're not trying to win the point. You know, a lot of tennis players come and they try and hit passing shots, or they're trying to win with power at the back. At the back of the court, your goal is to get you and your partner to net, and to do that, you don't. To play fast is actually a disadvantage. You want to play those chiquitas, the lobs, and that was also a theme, I think, defending from the back, getting used to the glass, but seeing how defending at the back then goes into the structure of a point as well. And
I think it was the realisation, wasn't it, that we talked about it very early on intentionally, of you and your partner at the back of the court. If I want to come to net, I need to hit something that allows you as my partner to come with me, because obviously I know what I'm hitting. So if I rip a forehand and run in afterwards, well, probably I won't also get to the right position, but there's no way that you can follow me. And so a big part of that is, you know, that slowing down, use the chiquita, buy ourselves time, get a shorter ball, use the lob, and then the lob is the best way, really, right? Like, because then you both have time to take take the net, and it's almost being allowed, like, you know, giving them permission to be patient, isn't it? Because that's it, right? Like, otherwise they're frantically at the back, hitting harder and harder, and the point loses control. It becomes a bit more like pinball, and so that was another big theme that came out of it.
I think one other theme to talk about, it was communication, excuse the pun, but it'd be good to talk about how important communication is for these players, and how much of it is actually a skill to practice. On day one, a lot of the players, you know, we see it a lot, the ball goes up over your partner's head and you don't really say anything because you think, oh, I don't want to, you know, a lot of people said, oh, is it distracting, or... And actually,
mainly because they're running back with the ball
looking,
and not actually even looking at what's going on. So
But by today, it was really nice to see that there was lots of communication on the court. We could hear the communication, loud communication between pairs. It was, but like we say, a skill that you need to practice like any other skill.
Well, again, we brought in a drill, didn't we? We did a drill on the first day that worked specifically on communication. So it was practicing, and it's just practice. Almost at the beginning, we say, look, just say something. you don't even have to say the right thing at the beginning. Just get used to saying something, and then the more you practice, the faster and more accurate your communication will be, and therefore you'll get better and better at it. And like you say, like, really, really impressed with this group doing that.
Highlight of the week, exhibition match as well. I think that was nice.
For us.
Well, no, I was going to say
was the exhibition.
Highlight. Well, I always see it as a bit of a highlight, us getting to play together. I really enjoy the chances we get to play when we're away in these nice conditions, and just to play with each other, really.
But it was a highlight for the group, actually, I think, because it was on the third day, and so we'd spent 2 days like trying to get them to do what we were talking about, and then the third day we played the exhibition, and we did exactly what we'd been saying all week about, you know, volleying down the middle, using pace, using the chiquita, use the lob to take the net, like playing patient paddle, and it was partly because we played against two kind of fast playing opponents, and a big question from this week has been, how do we beat tennis players? They play at their club, and tennis players come in and they whack, and right now, even though they are more experienced paddle players, they're not beating the tennis players, because the tennis players have got the fast volleys and they get sucked into that tennis player game, and they end up losing. And so our exhibition, in a way, was quite a good way to display how to beat tennis players, and that is confidence with the back of the court and the glass, and using the glass.
Yeah.
When it hits the glass, the ball slows down, it gives you more time. You've just got to force yourself to do it, and it's not easy, because when a player comes forward and they volley fast, the instinct is to block.
Yeah.
Especially if you yourself are a tennis player, the instinct is to block that, and you've almost got to really work hard to avoid that. Allow the ball off the glass, let it like rebound up, and then it slows down and it's going in that direction. You guide it back. You're not hitting it back, you guide it to the feet, or guide it as a lob. And I think we tried to display that during the exhibition. And it's interesting, isn't it, in these exhibition matches, because obviously we don't know our opponents. So we go on court and we see who we're up against and see what's happening. And the first couple of games, they took us by surprise a little bit, that they played so fast, they charged the net, they got really in close, and then we got comfortable. And once we knew we were playing like those style players, we just said, right, we'll just camp out at the back, we'll be very comfortable back here, use the lob, take our time to come in, and the longer we make the point, the more likely we are to win it. And after that, we were quite comfortable on court, weren't we?
Yeah, and the conditions are hot, which makes playing faster players even tougher sometimes. But like you say, it was a theme that came out a lot in the holiday, which was how to beat tennis players and to slow the pace down, and actually not only in defence, right? So you talk about slowing it using our glass, but actually our volleys, when you're playing tennis players, they don't like using the glass themselves. So a lot of our volleys yesterday were slower volleys with slice, get them to use the glass as well, as opposed to trying to play fast volleys to tennis players, because they quite like taking that and blocking it early and sending pace back. So that was also a tactic of ours yesterday, wasn't it? To slow volleys into the corner, get them to use the glass, because tennis players don't like doing that either.
Well, a big way, if you want to use the glass, is, and you know, we've repeated ourselves enough this week, is that volley down the middle. Because if you volley down the middle, then you open up, or you expose a corner, whoever's gone to retrieve it. So then you can then hit into the corner. If you are trying to hit into the corner while they're both at the back, often players will just block it, or half volley or volley it. And so yeah, you really need that volley down the middle. I think our group definitely came away with that.
Yeah, no, we said it enough times for sure.
We definitely said it enough.
I have to bring this up because in our last podcast, you were sitting with a hot water bottle on your back.
With a bad back, yeah.
With your bad back. And
now I'm electric, is that what you're going to say?
Well, no, we were all thinking, how long? Well, I was definitely thinking.
How long's he got left?
Is he even going to be able to play in this exhibition, this match? So it was fine, was it?
It was fine.
Yeah.
I was moving like a cat.
Okay. I was wondering why I was playing on the left. And I thought, after you said how much you wanted to play on the left,
well,
if it wasn't
I know.
For your back.
Yeah, if it wasn't for my back.
Yeah, I'd be. And
also, to be honest, as soon as I saw like these windy conditions, I thought I don't want to be the one who has to kick the ball.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah.
When the ball goes, like 50 foot in the air, you go just out, get out.
Yeah, just kick it out.
Just get it out.
Yeah. You did one or two though, didn't you?
I did, yeah. But it's definitely a confident shot though.
It is. I mean,
and
the
those
ball
conditions,
is
moving.
Yeah. And then after that, you used a lot of fake smashes.
A lot of fakes and a lot of just nudgy bandecas.
To be honest, once you've hit one kick out, after that, you can just fake them, because they think, oh no, this guy's got it.
Do.
Yeah.
That is your tactic.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got one smash in this shoulder.
Yeah. Sometimes I use that one smash in the warm-up, just so they know that I've got it in the locker.
They say to each other before match, don't kick. Don't
hit to that guy, because he is ripping it. Yeah. That's my plan.
Yeah.
But no, I was feeling great. Thank you for asking.
Good.
It was. It's tough, isn't it, sometimes, because we spend the day on court and then we do the exhibition at the end of the day. But I enjoy it. It's quite nice, isn't it?
I love it.
You know, you do the exhibition. Everyone gets to see it that you've been working with, and we have an hour to loosen up and play ourselves. And well, we both love competing, so it's nice, that really.
I think it's great for the group to see it in person. I think another thing that we did this week, which we've done on our previous holiday, is this match analysis. So we take videos of their play during the training days, and in the mornings we go through the analysis. And I really love this combination, because we do the technique on court, we do all the stuff on court, like the technique, and we talk about the different strategies and the court positions, but then seeing it, like getting the players to see themselves play and to see what they're doing on the court, and then watching us do it in an exhibition match. It's just this reinforcement of learning, isn't it, that I think is such a big influence on us seeing that transformation from day 1 to day 4, because it's not, we don't just do the on-court stuff, we're kind of showing them what good looks like, and I think that's a really important part.
Yeah, I think video analysis, well, we know with our members it works, right? It works really well. We give them the feedback, they can then make the changes, and it's funny when we do this as a group, everyone is so nervous, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're so nervous, they're like, oh no, I don't want to be on the match analysis, you know, and we have a nice big screen up the front and we slow the points down, and at the beginning everyone is you know, a bit nervous and scared of what's going to happen, and then by the end of it they're like, oh my god, that was amazing, can we do that again? Like, because really we put them up so that we can help them break down the point, and we say, oh look, this is where you would move here and this is where you would move here, and we show some good examples, and I think, you know, players are not doing that enough, and if we're honest, coaches are not doing that enough, and really, if we, you know, we know that now a lot of people are doing paddle holidays, and often those paddle holidays involve taking a group to a local club and either just playing matches or jumping on with a local coach, and they do a couple of hours, and I think this is really where we differentiate ourselves. Not only are all of our coaches that take these like highly qualified and experienced and very, very good with groups, but you know, we go that extra mile, don't we? Really, we do the analysis off the court. We do a lot of time speaking with the players beforehand to make sure that we cover the right things on the court, and obviously our experience with the drills makes that easier. So I think that's where our holidays are different from those that may go with a tennis coach, or they go with a local coach, or no coach at all.
Yeah, and a lot of the players were taking notes, which is a really good thing to do, and also videoing some of the demonstrations we're doing. I think another thing that is great about the holidays we do is that we've got content, we've got so much content on our platform that it's just such a benefit for players to have. Like we talked about, one day was the Bandeka and the technique. Well, we've got multiple breakdowns of that technique on our platform, so you get the in-person learning on court, but you can also go and kind of study that offline. Offline, but off the court on our platform with all of the content we have. So it's just such a nice mix that players can use.
It's funny, isn't it? I don't think we probably don't explain enough about what is on our platform, because I mean, some of them are members and they join for the community, and then we say, oh, have you got the app? And they go, oh no, we haven't got the app. I was like, well, there's an app. And then I say, oh cool, what's on the app? I was like, well, you've got a roadmap of, you're an intermediate player, you've got a roadmap of 12 courses, each have 8 videos on, specifically for your level. And you can take that to the court, and they say, oh yeah, but I'm really struggling with my serve doing this and this. I was like, yeah, but we've got those videos, on your app,
and
on your
step
phone,
by step, everything you need to know.
That's the way we do it, and that the whole reason we do this video feedback as well is say, oh well, what happens when I go back to my club and I need to work on myself? I was like, we have that for our community. You take a video of your serve, you send it in, we recommend the videos to look at, we give you the tips and the feedback, and it's funny, the ones who are using it well are finding huge benefit, but I don't think we're almost telling enough people about it, because right now you're getting it for the price of half a lesson a month, and you can send in as many videos as you want, and you get all of this course material as part of it. So I do hope that there's definitely the ladies here were signing up when they were leaving. I really hope that they use that, and we can then follow along. We can then be their coach, you know, even online. Yeah.
And what else is going on with the paddle school coming up then? What's on your plate?
Well, we're off to Malaga, aren't we? Starting next week, go to the Malaga Summit.
That'll be fun.
That'll be interesting.
I love Malaga as well.
Malaga's amazing, and it'll be nice. I mean, it's going to be one of these expos. We've done these before. There's loads and loads of companies there. We go and we have a lot of chats. They're quite tiring, aren't they? In a way, because you go there in the morning and they spend all day talking to people and taking photos and doing all this. But it's lovely. You always end up meeting some really interesting people, and especially for us, we're now in a stage where we are doing more and more internationally, so it's great when people come internationally. We can have a chat and we find out about what's going on in their country or their club, and I enjoy those trips. I just love Malaga. I'm going to say that again. You're not even going to go to the expo. You're just going to go into Malaga.
No, it would be super nice, and I think it's really nice for paddle in general at this stage of its growth across the world for these kind of events, for companies to come together, because especially in emerging countries, it's nice to, like you say, meet meet club owners and meet coaches and players and just passionate ambassadors for paddle in one location. Happens to be a lovely location in Malaga, so yeah, not just say that again, mention it again. But no, I think these events are really important for paddle in general.
Definitely in like the UK, for example, everyone in the UK at the moment is in a bit of a paddle bubble. You know, if you speak to someone who plays paddle in the UK, they go, "Oh my God, it's exploding! Like it's growing so fast." And we're like, "Yeah, we've got 350 courts."
Yeah.
You know, when you go to these expos, you talk to companies, and you talk to a company, and they said, "Oh yeah, we built 1,000 courts in this company last year." And suddenly in the UK, you're thinking, well, we've got 350 in total.
Yeah.
So it just puts it into perspective, I think. And look, I'm not, the UK paddle will grow inevitably, and I have no doubt it's going to do really well. But it's, we've got to understand we're at the start of the journey, and I feel, definitely in the UK, there's a lot of quote unquote experts out there in paddle that feel like they know what they're doing because they've put in 3 or 4 courts somewhere, and I feel like these expos and summits are perfect for them to go and learn, to go and learn how other countries have done it. We're in the fortunate position in that, I've seen it happen in a lot of these countries. I saw Sweden, I went to Sweden before they built their first court, and then when they were, built their, 4,000th court. So, I've seen that journey. The same with the UAE. And when I started in UAE, it was 2 courts, and now it's 500, and so, but most of the people building in the UK haven't had that chance, and so I think it's a real opportunity for them to learn as much as they can.
Yeah, completely agree. So Malaga is the next destination for us.
Yeah.
I'm going on a paddle holiday with Nick, one of our coaches, and we're going to Tenerife.
Yeah.
So we've got, I think it's
that looks
around,
amazing, by the way.
Yeah,
That facility and the hotel again, another site. You have to tell me what the weather's like.
Yeah, that's true. I know that you're an absolute stickler for that.
I'll be in the UK and I'll be like,
it's the first thing you want to know.
Yeah.
Or just the only thing, probably.
Yeah. Let me know what the weather's like and the coffee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is a rabbit hole. We're not.
Let's not go down
that
tangent.
The coffee topic. No. But we're going to Tenerife, and that'll be a really nice trip. The club's amazing. The hotel is amazing. The weather is going to be nice, and we've got 12 players, so that'll be really, really fun. So that's the next trip for me, anyway. And the next trip for you after Malaga. I'm testing you here.
You are.
Your schedule.
My schedule.
Have to get your Excel out.
Yeah, we'll have to get my Excel out. Then I know definitely I'm going to the Rome premiere.
Yeah.
That's in June, and that'll be a lot of fun doing that for Red Bull. I think that's it.
You failed the test.
I feel like I failed the test.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I'm just visualising my calendar. There's quite a lot in there.
No, but that
Red
Bull, I know we're going to chat more about Red Bull leading up to that, but that'll be, I know you're really excited for that.
I am excited.
And
that'll be cool.
Yeah. We'll have to do a podcast specifically on you commentating as part of Red Bull and at the premiere.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And it's still Defend the Back Member Challenge month.
Yeah.
So all the videos now there are in for the Member Challenge. So hopefully we're already starting, quite a few members are sending in their videos, which is great. We're seeing them defend in the corner. It's a really, really important part of the game, like we talked about earlier. So I'm just hoping everyone gets stuck into that month.
Yeah, we got another couple of weeks. I'm just testing my brain on where we are in the month. But we got another couple of weeks of the defence month. Paddleschool.com, go check it out. And it's nice because what I really like about this month is that we've had players send in their videos at the start of the month, and they've continued to send them in as the month's gone on. So they've sent it in, got some feedback, sent another one in, got some feedback. And I think that's how we envisage players using the platform and how they should use it, right? They send it in, get some feedback, and just keep improving by getting feedback as they go. So to all those members that have done that, really good stuff. And we'll see how the next couple of weeks go on the defending month. Definitely.
And if you are part of a group at your club and you would like as a group to transform your game over a few days, we do these holidays with groups, don't we? And we'll come to locations like this or Ibiza or Tenerife, and it is a great chance to be a fun group and have a bit of a holiday, but also to improve your paddle. So send in an email. You can send it to info@thepaddleschool.com or on our socials. Let us know, and hopefully we can take one of you on these holidays.
Yep. And Sandy, pleasure again.
a joy. Let's
We'll
go
wait
and
until
get
the next
coffee.
one. Cheers.